Good afternoon, Tuesdays, man, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Anyway, this is one of my another comparisons in the Buff Blondes volume. This is volume number 10. And I picked two ladies from different periods of the sport of bodybuilding. And it's something different, some of these ladies, there's some physical similarities. A lot of the bodybuilders from like good part of maybe the mid to late 90s to some ladies of the early 2000s. So I picked two ladies that, in a way, are, have somewhat some similar features. The lady right here on your left is one Miss Shelley Beattie. And you remember her. She was a bodybuilder who competed a good part of the 90s. And the lady on the right here is one Miss Tina Chandler. And she also was a well-known bodybuilder. She competed a good part of the 2000s. Now, many of you might know Shelley originally from the series American Gladiators, where she played the character Siren. She did that series for a good part of the 90s till she retired. And then she, because I think her last competitions was back in 93 at the Miss Olympia. I think she took, was it third place, I believe? She placed pretty well. And then after that, she retired. And, Tina Chandler, she's well known. She has an awesome physique, a great body. She competed a good part of to about, I think she started competing around about 2014, 2015. And there's a lot of women who were just in that time that were just so great. You still, it was, around that time when the Miss Olympia was dropped. And these ladies, in some ways, if you look at it, their physiques are kind of similar in a way. If you really pay attention to it. So starting here, like I said, with Shelley, it's hard to find a lot of good pictures to put together because of, with the fact is that a lot of these early 90s stuff, it's like mostly it's like not put together well as compared to stuff now because it was before the internet. But I put together some stuff, some good pictures, and here we have just a nice starting picture, and this is just Shelley from one of her what I call beefcake photo sessions, and she looks pretty amazing. And here we have Tina from I think she did the Miss International. Remember, as you know, the Miss International ended in 2013, so Arnold Schwarzenegger dropped the show from the lineup. Now here is a lat spread, a front lat spread, and I'm sorry that that Tina's head's missing. Well, the pictures, these pictures sometimes it's hard to get. I'm not that good at cropping and like that, but they both are amazing. And this is like a classic look, for Shelley. Remember back in the day when, they were competing in the shows, a lot of the ladies were just, they just had that look to them. They put on a little extra oil on and stuff like that, and they look amazing, But like I said, the lat spread, I will have to give it to Shelley. Shelley looked, pretty good. This one here, Here is a rear double, and no, sorry, not rear double, front double bicep. And like I said, I was trying to find a good picture with Shelley. It's hard because I gotta be careful. Some of these ones I want to get, they have that Mnet tag from what and some of these guys are very kind of funny about, and so is YouTube about when you post pictures. And like I said, I still need to work on tagging and on like trying to crop pictures so you won't have to see them, so you don't have to be in trouble. But here is a nice front double, and I have to give it to Tina. Tina's pretty amazing. I mean, she has a great physique. And here is tricep. And the tricep here is like if you look at it, their physique's about similar. But back then, a lot of the female bodybuilders didn't get when they get breast implants, like the early part of the 90s, a lot of them get them as big. But Tina, she looks pretty good. That's I will have to give this one to, this is like a flip. I have to give it to Tina, yeah. Now, Shelley's not too bad, but Tina looks pretty good. She has a great tricep right there. Now, here we have a rear double. And I might have to give this one to Tina. Tina has a great back. Like I said, Shelley's not too bad, But these are two women from two different eras. But then, like I said, sometimes one era can be better than the other. But here I have to give to Tina. And next up is the side chest. And right here, I'm have to give this one to Shelley. Shelley has a great chest. As you know, many female bodybuilders back in that time didn't go as large. When it came to breast implants, they were kind of moderate. I think most of the time, most of the women either got like a large B or a small C. And I think with Tina, she got what stereotypically most female bodybuilders got were like D's and bigger. And but you can really see more detail in Shelley's chest compared to Tina's. And here, this is a special picture I made because, when you're doing the program, you give you a choice, and I picked this one. And this is an ab shot, and I have to give this one to Shelley. Shelley's abs are phenomenal. They're great abs. I wish it was a little better but, I had a choice between what they had, and this one, you could see more of this picture than you did with the other ones. But this, these are pretty good. And, Tina's abs is there, but compared to Shelley got her. I mean, she wins this one here. Like I said, both these ladies was amazing. Great ladies who represent the sport of bodybuilding. As you know, Shelley, she retired around 93. She took third at the 93 Miss Olympia. And then after that, she left. She did the American Gladiator series for a while where she played Siren. And then also she was a part of the all women's American yachting team. And Shelley, she herself also left bodybuilding around about 2015, and she decided to go, get married and have a productive life like a lot of ladies. You can't always stay in sports forever, but she's still part of it. She has trained other competitors, and she's also, her and her husband, they travel together. And this is here with a nice bicep shot. And, I got Shelley in her classic siren outfit, and I got here Tina. And here, I have to get a slight edge of Tina. Tina has a great bicep. As you know, the evolution of female bodybuilding has changed in the last 20 years. And here is the glutes, and I think I give this Shelley. I'm gonna give this Shelley just for the hell of it. Tina has a nice glutes, but here I think I would give the glutes to Shelley. As I said again, these are amazing women. Shelley started in about the late 80s, early 90s. She competed in Oregon, where there's a show called the Emerald Show, which was a very popular show. Quite a few bodybuilders came from that show back in the good part of the 80s and 90s. And Tina, she started around about the 2000s. And then she turned pro around, I think 2012, 2011. And she did pretty good for herself. I mean, and you got to remember that was still during the Iris era. Iris was running between both the Miss Olympia and the Miss International. And then, Jan Tanner was gone. There wasn't too many shows other than the smaller shows for the women to win. But, those two shows were great shows to have a title. And like I said, these are both amazing women. Great bodies, great physiques. I'm a big fan of theirs. I think they have a great future. They had a great future in the sport. The sad story is about with Sheila. She passed away back in about almost 13 years ago. Around about 2008, she committed suicide, and that happens quite often in the sport. As you know, is just so much mental health issues in sport of bodybuilding. It needs to be addressed, and it should be addressed. And Tina, she was living, I think somewhere in Maine or Oregon. I'm not sure. Not, she was living more somewhere in, I think in Maine. I think it was Salem somewhere, and she was living with her lover, and they had a nice little farm that was raising animals. She loved animals. Her with her two little puppies there. And then she did have issues, as you know, and also the thing about Shelley, that Shelley was also deaf, and a lot of people didn't know that about her. She was deaf. Even when I remember she was, there was a watch thing, American Gladiators, where one of the gladiators said that sometimes they had to give her messages by sign languages, but she was partially deaf, just like Lou Ferrigno, And and that was the thing with her. She also was on the internet, and she did videos for deaf people, stuff like that. And she was a pretty amazing person. I mean, it was just. And I remember when I heard that story, she passed away, how she committed suicide. That broke my heart. She was one of those great, beautiful women, great physique, great competitor. She didn't last as long as some competitors did, but she did pretty good for herself. And Tina, as you know, she got out of the game around about 2015. This is her husband with her husband Carl. They got married. She's like I said before, she still trains and she works with other people, other competitors. She travels. I will put Tina's social media stuff in the description, and I'm thinking there's a video with about Shelley Beattie. I think you should check it out. It's just a great woman, a sad story to a sad ending. But both these ladies are amazing women for their eras. It was possible to be in the space-time continuum, like I said before, to see them compete. These two buff, beautiful blondes. It'd be something to see. I mean, I would like to see how Sheila would do fair in female bodybuilding now. I think she might do better in physique. I think I'd say she might do better in physique. And Tina, she was just huge. She was amazing. She had a great physique. But like I said, you can't always stay in the sport forever. You got to have a life, and you want to slow down and maybe have a family. And that's true with any person. Anyway, if you like this video, drop a like. Also, tell who's your favorite. You're Shelley Beattie fans, aka Siren, or a fan of Tina Chandler. Who else you want me to do a video about? Like, who's your favorite blonde bodybuilder from back in the day that was just amazing? You were a big fan of. So just let me know. Just share the videos and with everybody else. And I love doing these comparisons. These are something that I like doing because it's fun to do. Just comparing different women and like that. Some people may not like it, some people do, but that's just how it is sometimes. It's your man, all the way at George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.